We are the Niagara Cricket Center bringing you the finals of the Elite Division from HDCL versus Niagara Cricket Academy. Niagara Cricket Academy is batting currently on 144 for 6. We're in the 37th over. The scoring rate hasn't been the best, but they are decreased. They had a wicket in hand. And from the commentary end, here he comes, he delivers. Is short on a cutaway to the covers region. Is going towards racing to the boundary is 4 runs. Well, the boundary is 4 runs. Well played, 4 runs. My name is Rupert Albert. I'm here to bring you. We're at the beautiful Niagara Cricket Center. Bright, sunny day, a little chilly, but all in all, it's good weather for the end of October. Them refresh as in trying to set a target. He delivers, and this one is trying to set a target. He delivers, and this one is driven down the ground. The run is there. Cut corner. It'll fall between the two fielders, but the fielder gives chase as the supporters from NCA applaud the 150. But one scoring, they got a couple more overs left. They need to up the scoring rate as much as possible. And this one, and this one again, there's a man settling on underneath the run, and he takes a beautiful to up goes. And hit it straight to the fielder there, and there was Toron in the deep. Tawab made a very valuable run of ball 47, and he goes back to the pavilion. He did the bulk of the NCA scoring. And he walks back. NCA Ahmed opened the bat and scored 20. Sohail made 34. Meat contributed 10. Manuka 12 and Tawab with 47. Their scoring rate has not been the best. They are on the board. NCA winning the toss and electing to bat. Brantford did an excellent job in keeping the scoring rate in check. Here come Vadik delivers played back past the bowler, picks up a single. There's a man in the deep. He bobbles it, but not enough time for him to take a single for the second run. Keeps it to a single. 154 for 7 in 38 overs. 2 overs to go. How much more runs can they get on the board? They will serve themselves well to at least put 20 more runs on that score. Right now, 154 looks a little below par. It's a beautiful outfield. Grass is cut low. The ground staff has done a good job. But it's Brantford with the ball right now. The experienced bowler, Daman Deep, is coming from. He's coming from the DMZ paintball end, but I'm giving free advertising to DMZ. At this time, I have no better way of describing the end he's coming from. Here comes the man. The silver drops it short, pulls away, missed time. First in the middle wickets cut it off easily. The shot was on, but he mistimed it. 2 overs left in it. Brantford is doing well to contain the runs. Final over of the inning. What can NCA do? They will be looking for some 6 and 4s. Can they get it? Can the batsman produce in this last over what was not possible in the entire inning? His fatigue to continue. His bowling has been comparatively expensive. He's given up 10 runs and over. Can they get more than 10 runs from this over here? As they adjust the field, field is well spread. We have five on the boundary. Here comes Vadik, and he strings hard, missed time. Tarun's on the deep, cuts it off, keeps them to a single. It's just a case where the batsman seemed to be trying to hit the ball too hard and just missing his timing. Lots of chit chat on the field from Brantford. They have to be feeling confident. They did a very disciplined bowling and fielding. They're trying to close out this inning of NCA, keep the target to a minimum. As Vadik rushes in, delivers, and is cut away, but it'll only be a single because it's a well placed fielder. Two will be out, only a single. As the crowd scream that there's only four balls left, he needs to go for it. It's a beautiful NCC ground here, and he strings and miss, but there's a bye on this ground. It looks like a high scoring ground, but the target that is being put on the board is 160. But scoreboard pressure is something that's you have to factor in any finals. And NCA has some experienced bowlers that may be able to defend it. I talk about the batting power of Brantford, but I cannot forget that NCA has some experienced bowlers that may be able to defend it, even though the score seems below par. Just asking for some scoring adjustments. There was a bye that seemed to have been missed by the score. Vadik in. Outside the off stump and a wide signal by the umpire. Tapan settles in the batting crease. Vadik in and it cuts away, but there's a man give chase. He would not be able to make the defense. It's close, but the fielder gets it. Good fielding. Throw coming in from Taron. Good job by the fielder. They're putting in the dive to save the four. NCA unable to get the boundaries that they require right now. They did the job of batting through the innings. They had 164. Here he comes. And this one's played on a miss. Final ball of the inning coming. NCA will have to be questioning if they have enough runs on the board, and Brantford should be satisfied with his bowling effort. Here comes Vadik and delivers, swings and miss, only a single. They go scrambling through for two, should be a run out, and he's out, run out. Trying for the second run, he's run out. Had no choice, was the final ball of the inning. That brings the NCAA inning to a close. Is it enough? Is it enough to pull this title off? Brantford would be pleased with this bowling effort. NCAA finishing on 165 or 164 for 9. We're gonna take a half an hour break, and we'll be back with the Brantford run chase. Right now, I'm gonna switch, put the coverage on pause, and return in about half an hour. Thank you. We're back here at the Niagara Cricket Center for the we're back here at the Niagara Cricket Center for the Elite Division Elite Division Finals. Target on the board is 165 for 9. NCA won the toss and elected to bat. Posted a target of 165. Is this enough? Brantford, they have some hard-hitting batsmen. Would this be enough to keep them in check? Tawab Ikram marks out his run-up, and the ground staff would not like the fact that he is really marking out his run-up. Almost Gulf Green, and here's Tawab putting in a big divot, to mark his run-up. His bowlers in the HDCL and NCA will need all his experience, to prevent Brantford from the facing batsmen. We need a scorer to switch over to the Brantford innings. As the delays, we're waiting for the scorer now. Got the scorer to update. We can get started. As NCA carefully adjusts the field. Tuab is a very accurate bowler. Swings it in. We have Vadik and Shaman. Vadik facing. And you know Tuab's first few balls is going to be very testing. Looking for the early wicket. The scorer seems to be ready, but I'm not sure what the holdup is. Umpire still hasn't signaled to start the inning. Umpire is looking at the pavilion, not sure what he comes Tawab. First ball of the innings. Oh, and he clean bowls him. Whoa, what a beautiful ball. What a start. Went right through him and he's out. Clean bowl. What a dreadful start for Brantford. Beautiful start for NCA. Went right through him. As I say, Twab is a very accurate bowler and a very first ball cleans up as the batsman make his way back, beating all ends up. Target is a modest total for them to defend, but this is the way to start a defense of that target. And batsman making his way in is HDCL. It's Man Simran Singh. He's topped the batting number of years. He makes his way in way earlier than anticipated because the very first ball in this run chase saw a loss of a wicket before anybody can settle, before the score can actually get fully settled. One wicket has already fallen as Mansiran makes his way in, and this would what would be considered a big fish. If Toab can remove Mansimran, NCA would be considered to be in the driver's seat. Where the Niagara Cricket of the HDCL Elite Division. It's a beautiful sunny day on the chilly side, but it's a beautiful day for cricket. The local team here, NCA, the local Niagara team, taking on Brantford Cricket Club. Brantford chasing 165, but have lost their first wicket in the first ball. As Tawab adjusts his field, it's a very offside pack field, only two men on the leg side, so you know he's attempting to swing the ball away from the left-hander. It's a good matchup here. One of the top bowlers versus one of the top batsmen in the league. And Simran settles in. Here comes Tawab. Delivers. Oh, and he beats the batsman. Two balls got past the batsman. One was a wicket, the next one didn't get the edge, but it will give him a lot of inspiration here. Brantford has lost a wicket before putting a run on the board. It's a terrible start for them. Can they recover from this terrible start? As Twab rushes in. This one is pitched up and is driven through the gap, and they go for first run of the game. In fact, it made it all the way to the boundary, 4 runs. Brantford is finally on the board. It was not a good start for them, but the target on the board is also not that much. It's 165, and if they can get going, you know they're in the game. With they have a very powerful batting lineup. If they can settle down and get going, it'll be very interesting here. Here comes Tawab. And this one is driven straight to the fielder. Good stop. Good stop. No runs. And see, spectators are cheering everything. Rightfully so. They're off to a good start. Only 4 runs and brought a wicket. Two slips. Here comes Tawab. This time he's short. Played to point. No runs. The ball was short, but it didn't rise high. Tawab looking to take out Brantford's most prolific scorer. I mean, Simran Singh. Tawab on top of his run up. Here he comes. This one is short outside the off stump. Plays and miss. Wide signal by the umpire. Short under normal circumstance. Brantford wouldn't mind getting 5 runs off the first over, but he also lost the wicket. Tawab in. And this one is outside the off stump. No shot at the end of the first over. 5 runs. It's Ash Jianji, another experienced. To Ash, Ashwani is one of those bowlers that's also always on target. He's operating from the paintball end as he adjusts the field. The pace isn't there, but the accuracy is always on point. He's a deceptive bowler. He will vary his pace slightly as the keeper is up. Once again, we have a pack offside field. This one played towards mid off, no runs. And see Shamon facing this one straight down the leg side, and he helps it along. Should get a couple of runs. It's close to the boundary, and it just trickles over for four. Trickles over for four. Trickle over for four. It wasn't well. It wasn't a good connection. More of a top edge, but it went away for four. Here comes Gianji. Straight down the leg side again. Split the mid on, no runs. Took a shy at the stump. Loud appeal for run out, but not out. The ground crew is already getting busy setting up the presentation for after this match. It is the final of the Elite Division. This year, the Elite Division and the Super Elite Division of the HDCL was very competitive, very close. We had a playoff before the actual playoff because teams were so tight. Ash delivers. This one is played back to the bowler. No runs. Ash is on target, but Brantford is picking up the runs. Their scoring rate is at a good rate, just the loss of the wicket. Here comes Ash delivers, and this one's played back to Ash again. No runs. We have a chess match going on right now. Brantford looking to get the scoring going. NCA looking for that second wicket. Ash delivers. Forward defensive to covers, no runs. End of the over. Well bowled from Ash besides the ball along the leg side. After 2 overs, Brantford Tuabe Ikram in for his second over. He's literally rolled up his sleeve, trying to get every ounce of pace out of this ball. As he shines the ball, works on it. Here comes Tuab to Ben Simran as he makes his way in. Pitched up for the boundary, fielder give chase, and he goes to he missed field and goes for four. The fielder got there, but at the last moment he slipped down and went for four. The fielder made his way last moment as feet gave out and the ball trickled away for four. And they can't afford to let this player settle down. Right now he's 8 runs and 6 balls, 2 4 so far. Here comes Tuab. This one is short and he cuts it away. More. Just as I'm saying, they can't afford to let this player settle down. More. Just as I'm saying, they can't afford to let down. Guys know how to stay in the wicket for a long time. NCA will have to watch the progress here. Simran currently striking at 171, and it looks like he's just settling into the wicket. So NC Toa on top of his run up is a fast outfielder here at NCC. Here comes Toa. This one is pitched up and played. This one he's played hard. There's a fielder there and he stops it. That one had to be stopped, otherwise it would have been 4 runs. Man, Simon is looking ominous. NC will have to do something to try to get a bit of his wicket. The longer he stays in there, the more the game slips out of their hand. Because from that last shot, he's hitting the ball well. Shaman has faced 6 balls, scored 4 runs. I think six is his first time facing Twab. The young man from Barbados to face. Here comes Twab. And wraps him on the pad. Loud shot for LBW. Umpire does not seem to be interested. In this level of cricket, we do not have the benefit of review. Looked close. It was a confident appeal. Umpire says not out. But that will give the bowler some confidence. Shaman look like he's batting on the leg stump guard. Here comes Tawabe in again. This one is driven through covers. He found the gap. Well played. And they scamper through for 2 runs. It's close to the boundary. They scamper through for 3 runs. Well played from the batsman there. 21 for 1. Their scoring rate is not a problem for Brantford right now. NCA is looking for that second wicket because at Brantford's scoring rate, they will overhaul that target quite easily. They're currently scoring at over 6 runs and over. The required run rate is only 3.9. And to be corrected, they're currently scoring at 7 runs per over. And here comes Gianji, played back to the bowler. As you can hear the Brentford players encouraging their teammates. This one is short and he cuts it away, but there's a fielder there. Well played, but straight to the fielder. No runs. It's a fast outfield. If you don't get in front of a ball that's hits the middle, it's going to go for 4. As Ash makes some adjustment to his feel of the wicket. And this one he plays back to the bowler, no runs. And this one is driven to mid off, no runs again, straight to the fielder. Ash he knows how to bowl to his feel. Here he comes. This one is short, but it plays the cover and there's a fielder there, no runs. He's keeping the batsman in check. And he cuts it away, but there's a field at point, no runs. Maiden over from Marsh here. Good bowling. Tua picks up the first wicket, but his 2 overs has gone for 17 runs so most of the damage coming from Man Simran. And it's Man Simran to face again. There's a brief conference between Tuab and a fielder. As NCA carefully adjusting the field, showing a lot of respect to the batsman. One slip put in place, Tuab in. And this one is punched hard and then beats the fielder. Man in deep gives chase, cuts it off, keeps it to one. Man Simran is not wasting the balls here. Shaman was trouble the last few he faced. This can be interesting. Was back into the batsman, left him, and it's short down the leg side. It's a loud shout. Tuab in. This one is left alone outside the off stump, no runs. Shaman has not been able to pick up Tuab's bowling. That the return ball will be a Yorker. He is going to test the bats. I would be very surprised if he doesn't go for the Yorker this ball. It's Lock a Yang ball, no runs, swing and a miss. Shaman has not been able to catch up to Tuab's bowling, and the team NCL in the outfield is getting a little more chirp as Tuab rushes in. And this one is played to mid off, no runs. Only as the batsman makes some adjustment to his pads. Here comes Tuab, and it's left alone. Well bowled from Tuab. Only one run coming off that over. NCA trying to down, keep it back in check. It had gone up to 7 runs and over, now it's back down, but it's still ahead of the asking rate. Shawan has faced 15 balls, scored 7 runs. Ben Simmers batting on 14 runs off 10 balls. He's facing Gianji for the first time. Gianji's a lot slower than what Cannon bowler in his field. Now he's moving a man over from the onside. There's only 2 men on the onside as he instructs the covers and point to get closer. Yeah, He's with a field like that, he has to keep that offside line. Can he maintain it? Simran has the onside field to his liking, and this one is slashes away through covers. Was a man deep, keeps it to one. Fields adjusts for the right hand batsman. And Ash delivers. And this one is played nicely past the cover fielder to Sugar. Didn't seem to be interested in the second run there. Shaman might just be trying to get Simran on strike, which is not a bad strategy at all. Simran is scoring freely, just not getting a lot of strike. Ash the run of the non-striker. I think no runs. Simran is showing some you can look for him to take on the bowler most comfortable with. Here comes out, finds the gap. Should be a couple of runs, and they do pick up 2 runs. And Simran is attacking the bowling. Not a batsman that is shy of, to play his strokes. And and this time he's pulled away, and this one is going to go for four. It was a little short. It's pulled away for four. Seeing the pattern, if they can work at keeping Simran off the strike, that might be their best bet because he's scoring at a good rate. His strike rate is currently 150. Starving him of the strike, might be their best bet. Here comes Harsh, delivers, and picks up a single. Misfield, not enough time to go back for a second. End of the over. As the holding, are they going to go back to Tawab? They're going back to Tawab, looking for the next second wicket. Seemed to be a bit of a conference on the field with the umpires and the batting team. Still, umpires still conversing. Not sure what the issue is. It looks like NCA tried to bring in a substitute fielder. Captain is being summoned now. For rightfully protesting that, which should not be allowed. Not sure why it's taking so long, because it should be common practice. If Fila didn't get hurt, why is he being substituted? And the fielder is being called back. I think it was Ahmed that went off the field. Now he's being called back, and the other player is being sent back to the pavilion. It's not something that should have happened. And it's Twab into Simran, short, short, and he swings and miss. The score. He missed out. Here comes Twab. This time played back to the bowler. Yorker Leng ball. 32 for 1 in 6 overs. Here comes Twab again. And this time it's played through mid wicket, picks up a single. Ash stops it with his boot. Bring Shaman on strike. Shaman has not looked comfortable against Twab. And this over seemed like, if you can't get comfortable at this point, you'll be in big trouble because Twab is going to attack the wicket. NCA is taking a long time in between balls here. A lot of field adjustment with the right and left combo. And Twab packs the offside field. Might be a ploy because you know he's going into the pads. And here he comes. And right into the pads. Played forward defensive by the batsman. No runs. Shaman looked like he's just surviving Twab's bowling. He has not looked very comfortable against Twab. As Twab rushes in, full of confidence. Here he comes, delivers. No runs as a fielder there. As Ben Simran goes to speak to his partner and building up in Shaman there. He's not been able to score. Balls being eaten up by him. He's faced 22 balls and only scored 8 runs. And the team and the fielding team is pointing that out to him to try to disrupt him. Here comes Twab. And this one's a swing and a miss. No runs. So on one end you have Mansimran with a strike rate of 135 and Shaman is striking at 34. It's not a bad deal as long as you can get the strike to Mansimran. Just rotate the strike, hold his hand and rotate the strike as much as you can. Just put bat to ball. Here comes Twab. And short, and that was an opportunity to score, but instead it's a loud appeal for caught behind. Umpire was not interested. End of the over. Fielding team looked very excited. There's another conference between Mansimran and Shaman. And I think the instruction from Simran to be would just rotate the strike. Shaman should forget that. Just rotate the strike and let Simran do the scoring because he's doing it well. Simran is on 23. Shaman is on 8. Shaman is on 8. And we see a change of bowling here. As the silver to continue to it's a change from the paintball end. Brantford chasing 165 are currently at 33 for 1 in 7 overs. As Simran checks the wind and he will notice strong wind, so ill advised to try to hit boundaries from this side of the field. You know, if the ball gets caught up in the wind, it's not gonna go. As he settles and the silver comes in for his first ball of the game. And he's short, stayed low, swing and miss. This ball was short but didn't lift his head. This ball was short but didn't lift his head. There's no one deep in the long on region. One of Simran's favorite place to hit the ball. Here comes the silver. And this one is outside the off stump again. Good bowling. Keeping it outside the line of the off stump. Side field. I was wondering why there's no protection in the long on area. But if he's bowling like that, maybe he figure he doesn't need it. But I can tell you that's one of the places that Simran is most likely to hit the ball. Here comes the silver. And swing and miss again. Wide signal by the umpire. As he switches set of the wickets, here he comes. And this one is played hard, but it's a fielder deep, picks up a single. It's a good start from the silver here. And Shaman to face him for the first time. I would not say Shaman is struggling, but he has not been very fluent in his scoring. He's been there for a while now. Should be seeing the ball much better. He's shown that he can play some strokes, but he seems to be tied down a bit here. Further adjustment to the field. And once again, it's a pack offside field. The silver comes in and this play ends. End of the over. Sorry, there was a wide. My apologies. A good start from the silver here. Shaman settles in again, trying to get some scoring, and he's eating up a lot of balls. The silver in, and this one is played back to the bowler, no runs. Here comes the silver, and this one is hit hard over the field ahead. And they go back for a second run. It, it would have felt good for Shaman to finally hit a ball in a positive way. He's been under some pressure here. Brantford is making steady inroad into that target. Only 131 runs required now. Their scoring rate has slowed down, but they're still going, making progress towards that target. Yeah, 35 for one. And so another bowling change. Twab is being replaced by who's being trying to see who's the bowler here. Look like we've been seeing spin being introduced for the first time. Trying to figure out the bowler's name. I haven't heard it mentioned from the score yet. It's Hamdard in the attack to Mansimmer, and here he goes. And this one is played to point, not very convincingly. No runs. In Shanlu Haddard. Here he comes. This one is pulled away to mid wicket, goes past Hash, picks up a single, brings it back in quickly. NCA is pulling back Brantford's scoring rate. They're now scoring at 4.5. At one point, they were up to 7 runs and over, putting the choke on early. He delivers forward offensive, no runs. This one's tossed up, played towards point, no runs. Offside field is fairly packed. Near the top of the circle. Here he comes, delivers, tossed up, forward defensive, no runs. It's a good start from him here. Forward defensive, no runs. End of the over. NCA has pulled. Part of the issue is that Simran is not getting much of the strike, which could be a problem. 25 runs, but the bulk of the strike is going to Shaman. He's holding his end. That's his job. If he can work on rotating the strike a little bit more often, maybe turning the ball off the bat instead of playing with a dead bat, just finding ways to rotate the strike. 6. And once again, it's a packed offside field. As Simran settles in. Here comes the silver, delivers, and he plays it nicely, finds the gap, and it races away. There's a fielder deep, but he can't prevent the second run. When Simran is on the strike, the runs flow, and I think Shaman's job is just to get him on strike. And if he rotates that strike better, Brantford will definitely bring this. This one is short, and he beats him outside the off stump. Seemed like he's getting the ball to skid through instead of rising. It's working for him. The silver in. And this one's a full pitch ball, played through cover, picks up Here comes the silver in the shaman. And this one is driven to covers. There's a man there, no runs. 3 runs off this over so far. Is the silver into shaman. Here he comes, delivers in a short and attempted pulled, and once again his short balls are just not rising. The batsman picked up the length quickly, but the bounce that he was expecting wasn't there. The silver in, and this one is cut away very The moment it left the bat, you know it was gone. NCA cannot afford for Shaman to also get going. I mean, Simran is going fast enough down the one end, because as long as Ben Simran's at the crease, he is going to score. He's the kind of batsman that you have to get out. It's almost impossible to contain his scoring. Here he comes, delivers, and Simran swings hard. Oh, right. It was a injured. He might be injured. The batsman checks on him right away. He's asking for ice. There was a well played shot right back to the bowler. Oh, mm, and it looked like he's cut. He's heading off the field. Oh, not a sight you want to see. So well hit ball. We have an injury timeout here. We'll be back in a few minutes. Injury timeout. We have a replacement bowler in place. Uh, Taking over for Hardard, but it doesn't look like a spin bowler. Look like he's coming with pace. It's Tapan. Forward defensive goes the batsman. It's Tapan Rao, medium pace bowler. Batsman facing it, Shaman. And here comes Tapan in. And this one is played to the point region. Picks up a quick single. The fielder was slow to react there. I'm not sure why not. Seemed like it took his time to realize the ball was coming towards him. Brings man Simran on strike. There's a lot of pressure for the new batsman. Unfortunately for Tapan, he's born Simran would love. In certain circles, we call that a hit me pace. And here he comes. He has his work cut out. Bowling to Simran for the first time. And this one well played back to the bowler, no runs. It will serve him well to keep the ball away from the batsman. Cannot afford to put it up in the slot. If he puts it in the slot, then Simran is going to go. The wind is on his side, is in his favor. Tapan delivers. And this one is well bowled again, but it played to cover region, picks up a single. At that pace, Tapan has to stay away from the man Simran swing and arc. He's doing a good job. Here he is bowling to Shaman. Shaman is starting to settle down, starting to find his range, getting his confidence. He's faced 36 balls so far, and his strike rate is slowly inching up. Here comes the pawn. This one is pushed to cover region, no runs.
Brantford has just lost the big wicket of Man Simran. NCA has gotten the breakthrough they wanted. The dangerous Man Simran goes back to the pavilion. He scored a valuable 30 runs, but it would have been looking for him to stay at a wicket and bring the game home. This has broken the game wide open. You can look for NCA to try to press this advantage. Brantford's most dangerous batsman is now back in the pavilion. New batsman is Gurdeep Singh. Gurdeep to face the silver. The silver has looked threatening since he came on the bowling. Just remove Ben Simran. Here he comes. And there he comes. And this one is played to mid on, picks up a single. Should have been 2 runs, but Gurdeep is not paying attention. Sharman has been there from the start of the inning. He's anchored the inning so far. Now his job is on his shoulders. And he plays it to cover, no runs. He's been there for a while now. And De Silva comes in. This there missed hit, and Arsha's taking the catch, and he goes. The pressure is mounted. Trouble now. This brings it looks like Tarun to it looks like Tarun to the wicket. Another hard-hitting batsman, but NCA is bowling on point. 49 for three. 2 quick wickets has NCA back on top. The Silver has bowled wickets. He's looked threatening from the moment he came on. With Men Simran gone,
NCA is looking to press their as they adjust the field. And this one is pushed to mid wicket. No runs. End of the over. 17 runs. NCA would have to be considered on top right now. You can see the confidence in the fielders out there. Confidence in the fielders out there. There's two new batsmen at the crease now for Hamdard back on the bowling. Good deep to face. And this one is played to the point region, no runs. It was close. And the scoring rate has dipped under the asking rate. Brantford is in some trouble here. And this one is cut away. A fairly brisk start, even though they lost the early wicket. Now they're trying to rebuild. Trying to rebuild. Hamdard to Turan delivers. And this one is runs. Ball taking the bottom of the bat there. Turan Brentford trying to get back into the swing of things. Delivers, pulls. He played a pull shot, but the ball went 52 for 3 after 13 overs. Here comes the silver. Bowling his fourth over, delivers. Ooh, this one wrapped the keeper on the upper thigh. It was a missed the. They go for the third one. Not sure what's going on, but the keeper is just doesn't seem to be picking up the bowling here. Doesn't matter if the batsman is not scoring if you're giving away buys, it still counts on the board. Scoring it as runs, so then it would be considered a drop catch then. Here comes the silver, and he digs it out of the. Oh, could be a run out. A bit of a mix up. Could be a run out. And oh, he managed to make his ground. It was a mix up between the wickets. Gurdeep took off running without calling, and Tarun was not expecting that. There was no calling there. Basic cricket. There was no calling. He took off running down the wicket. He had to scramble, but he made it in. 110 runs needed. 57 for 3 in 13 overs. is the final of the HDCL Elite Division, Brantford Cricket Club versus Brantford is chasing. They're currently on 57 for 3. Here comes the silver. And it's short and it's played uncomfortably, but it should go away for 4. It manages to go away for 4, but it was a top edge. Wasn't a convincing shot, but the run scores. It seemed like the silver is generating a bit more pace than expected. The keeper has had a couple of misses, and the batsman seemed to not be picking up his pace. The silver, and again to run. And he bowls him. The silver. It was a slower ball, and he cleaned them up. Slower ball, and he cleaned them up. The silver has picked up his third wicket, and the umpire seems to have decided that it's a good time for a water break. We're gonna take a short water break and be back. Stay tuned for interesting game. Brantford is at 61 for 4. They require 105 runs but have lost 4 wickets. The game is turning out to be a very interesting game. It was low scoring. It seemed like 160 much of a target on this wicket here, but NCA is doing a good job. And right now, I would say the game is tuned back in about 5 minutes. They'll need somebody to come through once again. Two batsmen at the crease that hasn't seen many balls. Gurdeep has faced 7 balls, and Sony has yet to face. And the Silver is putting on a bit of a clinic. Seems to be beating the batsman and the keeper for pace. And he goes back to his mark. Not a good spot for the new batsman to be in. Here comes the Silva, and he's played to the mid-on region, no runs. They have a lot of bowling options, and they're exploring those options. As they adjust the field. A slow spinner, experienced spinner, and what can he do here? Here comes me, tosses it up, played to mid-on, no runs. Tosses up again, played back, mid-on region, no runs. This one is played straight. Oh, goes past the fielder, misfield, picks up a single. Here comes me, tosses it up. Gertie hits it past cover, picks up a single. This one, me tosses it up. Played not outside umpire, Sunish member. And he has pulled his game back brilliantly. They've made some good bowling, effective bowling change after a good start from Tawab and Harsh. Harsh is they made a good start with the bowling, but the effective bowling change got them some wickets. And now the Silver, who seemed to be the pick of the bowler to continue. As here comes the Silver. Yes, it's played uncomfortably to the point region. No runs. Sony here trying to trying to get going. So scored 1 run, and the Silver comes in outside the off stump, and once again the keeper struggles. The keeper is just not picking up his pace. As the Silver rush is played to the mid wicket region, no runs. De Silva rushes in. An inside edge. Oh, very close. Very close. You're watching the Elite Division finals. HDCL Elite Division. Brantford Cricket Club versus Niagara Cricket Academy. The game evenly poised. NCA bat went to bat first, scored 165 for 9 in their 40 overs. Brantford is chasing and is currently on 64 for 4 in 15 overs. They, they require 102 runs in 148 balls. NCA has put the clamp on now. The Silver has picked up 3 wickets already, and here he comes again. And this one is in the block hold. He dug it out, got a single. Silver seemed to be deceptive in his pace, and we're seeing both the batsman and the keeper struggling to read his pace. Here comes the Silver, and this one is played towards point, no runs. Here comes Meat. Oh, batsman played this ball a little late. You want to try the one I have? No, because I know he didn't have any. It says standby because he doesn't. He's not recording and he doesn't have any thing in there. Here comes Meat. Once again, it's just dug out. No runs. Good bowling from Meat here, and Sears doing well. Good bowling from Meat here, and Sears doing well. And this one is cut away, but straight to the fielder once again. No runs. Bowler is bowling to his field, and Sears doing well, and Sears doing well, keeping Brantford off the scoreboard. Loosen the ball head. We have a change of bowling again. Excuse us for some technical adjustments. We have a new bowler. It looks like to be Sahil. And here he comes. Tossed up. Played to covers, no runs. Brantford has not been able to score lately. The spins has tied them down. Forward defensive, no runs. And this one played forward defensive again, no runs. The scoring has dried up. Asking rate is slowly creeping up. Picks up a single. Brantford requires 4.49 runs and over. They're currently at 3.71. Plays straight to the fielder. It's not a characteristic Brantford batting you're used to. You're used to seeing some big shots. We haven't seen that much today. Sahil delivers between cover and point, picks up a single. And it's made shot to continue. NCA, the target didn't seem like it was being enough, but right now it seemed like it's going to be hard for the Brantford to catch them. The asking rate keeps climbing. Here comes Meat, and this one is played to point, no runs. For defensive, no runs. Brantford trying to preserve their wickets here. Meat delivers. Played back to the bowler. Once again, no runs. And this one strays on the leg side, wide signal by umpire Shabam. NCA has tied Brantford down. And Meat delivers. And this one, he bowls him. He bowls him. Brantford is in some trouble now. 68 for 5. They're totally tied down by the bowling. Totally tied up by the bowling. Some effective bowling change from NCA here. And you can officially say that Brantford is in trouble. They will need somebody to get going. Because right now they're not scoring and they're losing wickets. NCA's confidence is growing. That last chair was so confident. Here comes me delivers. Oh, rats him on the pass. Loud shot for LBW. Not outside the umpire. New batsman is Shivam. One looked like it was on the leg side, but it was a very confident shout. Here comes me delivers. It's played to the cover region. No runs. End of the over. Another good over from Meet Shaw here. He's miserly in his bowling. His 3 overs, gone for 3 runs, and he's picked up 1 wicket. And Sahil on the other end, his 1 over has gone for 2 runs. Here comes Sahil, played towards point region. Should have been a single, but it didn't move. Pressure is mounted on Brantford here. It's another dot ball. The scoring has dried up. What can they do? Here comes Sahil, delivers. Another dot ball is played. Sahil delivers. Oh, it's a misfield. Allows them to get a single. Shivam to face. Played towards point. No runs. This one is just played back with a point. Picks up a single. Ash give chase, but he can't catch it quick enough. 2 runs taken. Mead delivers forward defensive. Another dot ball.